Pride. Something that we all struggle with from time to time. Something that some of us choose not to struggle with, but embrace. Pride is an expensive luxury, and we should not be willing to pay its price. Why should we avoid being prideful? First, it dishonors our God. Second, it injures others. And third, it sets us up for a fall. However, to be fair, we should differentiate between a healthy form of being proud and an unhealthy form of being prideful. It's one thing to be proud of accomplishments, including successes by oneself and by one's family. But there's a different attitude with healthy pride. It comes from the attitude of thankfulness, not an attitude of, I'm so great and you're not. Accomplishments, education, and heritage are all things we can be proud of if it's coming from the heart of gratitude. However, what we see too much of in the world is a form of pride that belittles others and promotes oneself. The reality is that we all have had opportunities, been gifted with abilities, and some of us with great resources that have nothing to do with what we have done or how great we are. Truth be told, one person is not of greater value than another. Value is there regardless of skin color, income, fame, or possessions. The janitor and his life and well-being are just as much value as the movie star or politician. Regardless of whether the famous and infamous recognize this fact or not. They're not better than others and should be thankful for what they have been blessed with. Another sobering thought to cool our pride is to remember that we all have faults and flaws, made errors and sometimes blunders. While thoughts of successes with a thankful attitude can lift us up, sometimes it's healthy to remind ourselves of our human frailty. Self-admiration, contemptuousness for others, vanity, snobbery, conceit, self-glorification, pomposity, pretentiousness, and hubris describe a false sense of pride that will lead to a fall. Too many of us allow our pride to confuse what is strength for what is weakness. It's a strength and a sign of character to admit, acknowledge, and accept when we are wrong or made an error. It's not weakness. Apologizing and, if possible, attempting to correct what we've done is a sign of character and maturity. It's also a great example and teaching opportunity that we all make errors and should self-reflect and be truthful with ourselves and others. That's a good thing. Too often people fall into the trap of fearing what others will think when they do something wrong. They fear of looking inept. Some days we need to put on our big girl panties and move on. In the age of narcissism, we need to be reminded that others are as important as ourselves. We need to work to accept, support, and even love those that are different from ourselves. And remember that they have their own flaws. Value others, show respect, offer help when possible. Care about others. Attending to others helps us not to overly focus on ourselves. Because I'm better at something doesn't mean I'm a better person. That expensive luxury of pride, don't be willing to pay its price. And we'll all make the world a better place.